And now we're joined by Timothy Pope in Shanghai. Hi there, team. Take us through this morning's trading action.
Hi, Guanxin. It has been a pretty choppy morning on the mainland markets again today, but with all the trade happening, at least most of the trade happening in positive territory so far, the Shanghai Composite has dipped into negative territory only very briefly. The continued falls in the PPI will be weighing on investor sentiment a bit today. Financials, as you mentioned, are leading the gains this morning. We've had some solid performances from brokerages like Haitong Securities, which is up around 1.2% at the moment, and Huatai Securities, which was gaining nearly 4% in early trade. Transport and aviation stocks are off, though, with Tangshan Port down around 2%, and all of the major airlines, Air China, China Eastern and China Southern, falling between 1% and 2%. But on the more encouraging side, shares in the footwear firm Topscore Fashion Shoes have hit the market this morning. One of the recent batch of IPOs, and the stock price has, as expected, shot up by the 44% first day trading limit. On the small cap side of things, the Chinex board is trading slightly lower after an even choppier morning than the main indices, and it's currently down around 0.4%.
And team, on the corporate front, there's good news for one of China's biggest shipping lines today, with the announcement that is at the head of the queue to operate one of Greece's major ports. What's the latest?
That's right. China COSCO has been formally declared the preferred investor for the planned privatisation of the port of Piraeus in Greece. According to the fund that's in charge of the privatisation process, COSCO has now acquired 67% of the shares in the Piraeus Port Authority, which is what it needs for the takeover. Now all that needs to happen is for the Greek courts to finally approve the deal and for a contract to be signed. That means that unless there are any unforeseen roadblocks, it should all be sewn up by May, according to the privatisation fund, which is handling it. There has been some domestic opposition in Greece to the sale of the port of Piraeus, as there often are to the privatisation of infrastructure projects. But the country's highest court yesterday dismissed a legal challenge to the sale, so it looks like it will all go through. And it should see COSCO invest 350 million euros over the next 10 years in port infrastructure. But sadly, COSCO stocks haven't really benefited from any kind of bounce on the news, because most of the shipping industry is declining on the share markets this morning.
Indeed, not a smooth sailing recently. Thank you very much, Timothy Pope, live for us in Shanghai.